great players. They have a great organization. And you tell them one thing.
Raider Nation, what is good? It's your boy Raider Alex back with yet another video for you guys. Anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Now look, the wait is finally over for the Las Vegas Raiders. We did not trade up in this year's draft. We did not trade down. Instead, we stood still at number 7 and we ended up selecting defensive end Tyree Wilson out of Texas Tech. Now, I'm not gonna lie, my initial thoughts on this, I was definitely underwhelmed. I'm not saying he's a bad player or anything, but I thought there was better players on the board, especially if you're gonna go with the best player available method. And Tyree Wilson, he's a big physical player. He is 6'6", 275 pounds. He recorded 7 sacks in 2022. Overall, he has great size for his position, and he also possesses something that I think we can definitely now confirm is something that this defense, Patrick Graham, is looking for in his players, and that is the versatility to play in multiple different positions on the defensive line. You also got to keep in mind, defensive end Chandler Jones was not who we expected to be last year. He's also just getting up there in age. We're only going to have him for about one more season, so it looks like they want to get somebody that can create pressure on the opposite side of our star defensive end Maxx Crosby. But when it comes to our first round pick, I think what we can take from it is the good news is that we finally ended up drafting defense, which is something that this fan base has been screaming for years now. And the bad news, at least for me, is I thought we were going to go best player available at number 7. And for me, that was clearly defensive tackle Jalen Carter. Really, the draft board got shaked up at that number 2 overall pick from the Houston Texans. Everybody was kind of expecting that they're going to go Will Anderson. They shaked it up. They went Ohio State quarterback CJ Stroud. And overall, a lot of quarterbacks went very early in the first round. Bryce Young went number 1, CJ Stroud number 2, Anthony Richardson number 4. And then my top cornerback in this draft was Devin Witherspoon. That guy ended up getting selected number 5 overall by the Seattle Seahawks. I was definitely surprised by that. It looks like Seattle's trying to create that Legion of Boom 2.0. And Paris Johnson Jr. went at number 6. So with the Raiders sitting at number 7, I was really hoping that we would either take best player available, which for me was defensive tackle Jalen Carter. But at the same time, I can also understand why they may have decided to go a different route, especially considering the fact that, yes, Jalen Carter is a great talent. He's got the potential to be a star defensive tackle in the National Football League, but you can't ignore the off-field issues. It looks like they may have decided that Jalen Carter might just have been too big of a question mark with his legal issues, with that whole DUI incident, and with the Raiders' recent history with Henry Ruggs and that whole DUI situation. Look, I can understand why they might just want to not go that route. And look, that's completely fine. I can understand that. But for me personally, if that was the case, I was really just hoping we could have at least found a trade partner and moved down in this year's draft, as I saw that value was definitely there for Jalen Carter. And shortly after, the Eagles ended up making a trade with the Chicago Bears, moving up to take defensive tackle Jalen Carter. They just want to completely bolster that defensive line at Philly. But at the same time, the Eagles didn't give up a whole lot to move up for Jalen Carter, so maybe that's why they weren't able to find a trade partner to move back. But yeah, they decided to go a different route and draft Tyree Wilson. I'm not gonna lie, I also probably would have preferred Christian Gonzalez over Tyree Wilson, but that's just my personal opinion. And as I said, Tyree Wilson, he most definitely is not no scrub on that football field. He was rated as one of the top defensive linemen in this year's draft. But when it comes to selecting best player available and selecting the player with the most value, to me on that board, it was Jalen Carter. But Raider Nation, soon I will be making a film breakdown on Tyree Wilson. That way we can get a closer look at what he can do on that football field and take a closer look at what the Raiders are getting with our first round pick this year. But Raider Nation, I'm really curious to see what you guys think. Let me know in that comment section down below. What do you guys think of this year's first round pick in Tyree Wilson? Are you guys excited? Do you guys think it was a reach? Did you guys prefer a different player? Let me know down below. With that being said, that's all I have for you guys in today's video. Anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.